Have you wondered how come someone that was taking antibiotics and various other medications almost monthly or quarterly have stopped and getting on well after all these years? There are a few things that I've been doing differently, and in this video I want to share with us some of the key things that have sustained me, or rather helped to keep me going all this while. Number one is the choice of oils. You need to choose your oils wisely. If you want to overcome any disease, you must make good choice of oils. And number one is cold pressed coconut oil. I've been on it. It's been my bedside oil for several years. Same thing with cold pressed olive oil. And then I cook with organic peanut oil. Then in addition to that, understanding when my gut is out of balance. Now, when you are about to have an infection or to be attacked by a disease, most of them usually start by getting grip of your gut health. If a disease can defeat you in the gut, then it has defeated you. And so once you observe that you're going through chronic constipation, because this is usually the warning signal for me, when that chronic constipation comes, then that's the time to become more strict with what goes into the stomach, because that is the home of all the bacteria and viruses that are warring against us. That is where everything takes place. And so what do? Number one is to pump in the probiotics. And these days I'm actually doing it moderately, because the older I get to know that you don't have to take the probiotics too much too, especially the grains, because they're also high in carbs. Pump in probiotics to strengthen the soldiers fighting for you, the soldiers fighting for me. Then pump in raw foods for easy absorption, to relieve the digestive tract of workload, because there's more workload when the food is cooked. There's more workload when it comes with trans fat. And of course, trans fats and all the store-bought vegetable oils must be out of it. And that's what exactly I do. And so when the gut is out of balance, try to regain it by going to probiotics, form of grains and other seeds also, and sometimes yogurt. These are common probiotics in our environment that you can add moderately to strengthen the soldiers, I repeat, fighting in your favor. And then follow up with raw foods. Then protein-rich foods. Protein is the building block. Go very low on carbohydrates in order to regain your balance internally. Because many times, if you don't understand when this balance is lost, and what exactly do I mean by balance? The balance is lost when one nutrient or one vitamin that is supposed to be in place is lacking or in short supply. And so every nutrient ought to be at the right proportion, in the right amount. And so if there is imbalance, for instance, if you're consuming too much of carbohydrates and something starts going wrong, maybe there is an imbalance. The carb are too much. And what do? You have to restore it. You have to start including protein. If it's protein that's getting too much and you get a warning signal, you start withdrawing protein. And this is a lifetime thing. You need to continue doing it. This is one of the top secrets of wellness and keeping diseases off. Because when you restore this balance, everything returns. But when you ignore it and continue to eat whatever you like, then the bacteria gets the upper hand. And before you know it, you cannot win the fight any longer. Additionally, I got to stay away from all the bouillon cubes, artificial taste enhancers, or the carbonated drinks and beverages, all the multivitamins and iron capsules, and all the fried foods. All this stuff are the things that help to suppress the immunity. I needed to stay away from all of this. And you need to do the same. Avoiding and sticking to only natural foods is one of the secrets. And resisting every temptation to consume those unhealthy acidic foods, highly processed foods that we normally crave for. These are some of the things that feed the disease, including occasional bitters also in the diet, whenever necessary, to support the liver function, to strengthen the liver, to help the liver to throw out the fat. I don't have to wait for malaria to strike before I take bitters. Example of bitters like neem tea, the bitter leaf, even the bitter cola is great too, but all must be taken in moderation. Don't overdo it when it comes to bitters, because they are quite powerful too. So occasional bitters will ensure that your liver is always at its best, and malaria, typhoid will not have the upper hand. Remember also to include pawpaw leaves. It's also one of the bitters that you can boil occasionally. Stonebreaker. They are all bitters. Any bitter food that you know in your region, occasionally take them and drink. Don't wait for the disease to strike. This is one of the secrets too. Recovering your gut. In addition to this, green vegetables must be in your daily diet because it's a healing food. It has to feature. It's an alkaline food. Whenever the body is too acidic, the acidic body is a favorable environment for all diseases to thrive. And so you need to ensure that the acid and alkaline balance is always or at all times in the right, ratio and proportion. When the acid is too much, actually, you're opening room, including stomach ulcers. And so I've had occasion also to discover what happens when the alkaline is too much. And that is why our popular slogan says, moderation is our rule. But when the alkaline is too much, I've tried to do it. You notice that you feel pain easily. So you must occasionally. When I noticed this, I started to include little by little some of the acidic foods. You can't eat all only alkaline, not at all. It won't work that way. I've tested it. And so occasionally you slush in the acidic ones in small amounts. That's exactly what I do. And when you are doing this and you notice also there is an imbalance, you work to restore it. Once you restore it, the body gets moving. This is one of the secrets. And then including top foods that helps to resist bacteria, to resist infections. We have seeds like that. We have cloves. We have garlic, ginger, turmeric. There are several of these seeds. Alligator pepper. We have negro pepper. We have even peppers are good too. So Once you understand these things, then you're already on the track to enjoying a healthy body, free of frequent diseases, frequent attacks, and frequent visit to the hospital. If you like this message, why not click the follow button as I keep updating you with more tips to help you stay healthy naturally.